Welcome back everybody to Let's Play episode 16, and I am starting off here in the slime chunk and vanilla textures, and I cleared out the first layer and a little bit of the next. Just wanted to show you guys I'm making some progress on it. Now, I had an awesome comment from my friend Yog to possibly switch texture packs every episode, and I personally think it's not a bad idea. What do you guys think? Would switching texture packs get confusing or what? If you've got an opinion on that, drop that in the comments below. We are going to jump right into our project today, which is going to be pretty darn massive. I need a storage building, a storage base, a storage building, whatever. Usually the storage buildings are pretty vital in the world, right? So what I was thinking is we would make a pretty legitimate storage building, fancy storage building, whatever. I want to make a very, very fancy building is my point. So that's what we're going to do today, you guys. I'm pretty hyped up. Now, I've been playing this game for quite a few years now, so I have done a lot of different storage buildings. Usually storage buildings, you know, they're always just kind of meh to me. I've never really made one that I'm like, wow, I love it, or wow, I hate it, you know? But I have never ever made a building like this, storage or not, in survival. And if you guys couldn't tell by the thumbnail or the title or what I'm doing right now is we're gonna make a boat, you guys. We're gonna make a giant ship, and that will be where we store everything that we find, everything that needs storing. I'm having one of those days where I'm kind of jumbling around on my words. I don't even know. So I have designed a bit of a boat off camera in a creative world, and I'm kind of just going along with my screenshot of the build, and hopefully it's going to become something like a boat. I want to build, you know, the bottom first, and then part of the top. We probably won't build the whole boat today, but it'll be another massive project that we're going to get done or going here or whatever. I mean, so far I'm thinking it might be a little small. Hold on. Okay, that's looking a bit better. It's going to be pretty big. Oh, which, by the way, over there, I'll try and remember to show you at some point, but I started expanding the docks a little bit more like I said I would. Now, I am also not insanely familiar with ships and their structure and everything, so this is going to be kind of my twist on a ship. I'm going to use the dark oak as more of like a hull or the lower part of the ship or whatever. Then we're going to kind of switch into the spruce as we get higher up on the ship. Now, ideally, I want the back really boxy because we're going to put a room at the back of the ship, like some kind of giant old pirate ship or something. Picture that when I'm talking about a boat. I'm not talking about a Minecraft boat or something like that. I'm talking about like a big evil pirate ship type thing because, I mean, hey, aren't pirates pretty cool? But I have this part of the boat done. This is the low part. This is going to continue underneath the water, but I'm not sure how to do that yet. But anyways, there's a little bit more of the dock, like I said. This is going to continue straight across. I'm not doing it today, but it'll go right across, and then this will probably walk down, and we'll have some paths around over here. Part 1 done, I think. Layer 2 done. It's looking a little boxy, but trust me here. Here's the next one. This is looking mighty high, very much higher than the back part, but that is intentional. I think boats are like that. Let's go take a look at it from the outside. I haven't seen this yet. Okay, it's working to me. To me, this is working. I think it is time to go and start adding the staircases in to kind of round that front thing off, and then the very tip of it is going to go like diagonally up, you know, like a giant ship type thing. I might need to fix the hull where it sticks out down there. I think this is the hull, the bottom part. I don't know, but I think I like it. Wow, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Time to make a bunch of staircases, and then of course we're going to go in with slabs also after the fact, but staircases first. This ship has honestly been the best idea of this series so far, on my part, I think. Look at this. It is amazing what some slabs can do for you. The imperfections, let me state that real quick, is the front. The front is still a work in progress. I don't know if I like how chunky it is, or if it just maybe doesn't go up fast enough or soon enough. It's going to go up a bit further, I think, I don't know, just to make it more ship-esque. But from a distance, I don't think it looks that bad. You see, like, that's clearly a ship. And then on the back, we're going to have the building, so it'll balance that out. It'll probably go from where my crosshairs are now and over. It'll be a pretty decent-sized building. But the ship is not going bad, I would say. I mean, I think it's pretty darn good. But now I think it's time to work on the hull of it, the underside, the belly, whatever you want to call it. And I am going to probably try enchanting a helmet here, because I can't imagine how I'm going to go underwater and do all this work without getting a headache, because I think it'll probably be better to drain it afterwards. You drain the water after we get the whole bottom side done. So here's a helmet and some lapis. What do we get? Respiration 3. Wait, is that already the helmet that I needed? Let's see. Let's go under the water. If it is, oh, it is. Okay, that's all cool. Should we try the boots? Let's just throw the boots in there and see what would happen in theory. Depth Strider 3. Okay, what even? Oh my gosh, we just got amazingly lucky, you guys. And Unbreaking 3. Okay, that works. So we're going to throw these in there because I don't want to lose those. Those are still good. But look at this now. We can cruise around under the water and build the bottom of the ship. Honestly, I think it'll look a lot better once we get, you know, like flags and other kind of stuff going on. I have some plans for the details, but not bad. Not bad. Let me do the hull now. Oh gosh. Have a progress update. Let me grab my lapis here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to enchant a shovel. I know, another shovel, and it's not going to be a level 30 enchant this time because I am not level 30, but, okay, that'll work. That will work. Progress update. Look at this. So I reshaped the front of our ship. I really have to look this up. Maybe it's the bow. I don't know. I reshaped it. The water boots are doing me well, by the way. It's very slight, though. I know it's a little odd. It's like, to me, it should be less elongated, but I think I'm going to go with it. I kind of want some uniqueness in this build, and that adds some uniqueness. I think it'll look a lot less kind of odd once we get the whole like masts in and just the whole boat built. But inside I have the hull built, or the bottom of the boat or whatever. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a bunch of dirt, fill it in to get rid of the water, and I'm leaving that little hole down here so I can get in and out of this thing, but I've got to drain it now. Wow, that's different looking. It makes the build feel a whole lot larger, but this is all empty now. So now that all of this is done, from the outside, it's gonna look like this for a little bit. I have some plans like for some detailing to wrap around, like, and you know, just make the outside look all nicer and stuff. Maybe we could add this really quick. I mean, a way up from the outside might not be a bad idea. Okay, but anyways, the outside will probably remain the same. What I want to do now is I want to try and start to figure out what's going on with the interior here, because what I was thinking is we have the top of the boat, which is going to be level with like this block that I'm standing on, or maybe even this block. It'll be up here somewhere. And then in the bottom of the boat, I'd like to do the storage room. I'd like to have our storage room, at least for now, in the hull or the bottom or whatever the heck this thing is called. I'm sorry if I just keep calling it the wrong thing. But I want to have the storage room down here. I know that for sure. So we're going to have to figure out what we can do. I'm thinking maybe the floor is where I'm putting that dirt right there. And then we could do chests in the wall, or I don't know. I'm going to have to play around now. But I'm thinking for sure storage room in the basement of this build here. So with this build, we're going to have to avoid spruce wood because, I mean, spruce wood is on the whole outside of the boat. Like, I could do a little bit of spruce wood in the bottom, like for the floor maybe, but we're going to have to avoid a lot of spruce wood in the build as a whole, because that wouldn't look very good if we have too much spruce wood, you know. There's already a whole lot of spruce wood over there. Okay, so now that I have that new entrance, I suppose this can just be a thing of the past. We'll close that up. Now, the floor down here, well, let's see. The ceiling first, I guess we should talk about the ceiling, is going to be up there. So that's plenty of room. Even if the floor is right here, I mean, we can do slabs for the ceiling, which will probably be the case that we do, or the scenario, or whatever. But let's just start kind of putting pumpkins in. We're going to have to do... with these, the dark oak planks are going to have to be a border or something. They're going to have to be something with the design. So I think we could start with those in all of the corners. And then, honestly, like I was just saying about the spruce wood, we can probably, well, maybe we save the spruce wood for the ceiling of this thing, and we could do dark oak floors. That might look kind of nice, like the dark flooring contrasted with the lighter ceiling. I think that would make it, you know, kind of look really nice. And this kind of just blends with the wood that we already have going on along the edge here. So maybe, I don't know, this whole build is going to be a giant experiment, but I'm thinking maybe something like this. We'll probably go back in and add some detail. We're going to for sure need some beams to go up. I'm thinking ladders instead of staircases in this build, just to kind of conserve or be, you know, space efficient. We need to think space efficiency because we are limited. We're not unlimited with space. We can't really expand this thing very easily. And I want to be able to use the storage room at least for, like, hopefully till, like, episode 100 or something. I mean, that's looking way down the road. But I plan to, you know, have this series run a while, and I hope that this can suit our needs for a good amount of time. So let's see, the lighting everywhere. Like, if you look in the block, in the F3 screen you see over there, there's light in the middle chunk near the bottom. Then you want to look at the block, and it'll tell you exactly how bright it is, you know, annoying or ignoring sunlight, excuse me. And everywhere looks to be covered down here. That might not mean it's adequate, but it looks enough to prevent spawns. So we are still going to, for sure, need labeling system. I can't have a storage room without labeling. I just have a cluttered mind. I won't be able to remember. So we're going to have to build structures up along the side. It'll very, like, constrict our space in this thing, but it's what we got to do. Let's see, though. We can put a beam maybe here going up for support, and maybe there for support, like, you know, to connect to the ceiling. That might be decent placement. I need to leave it open as well. I don't want to, like, cram it and make it like I can't walk around, you know. Okay, so now we gotta think. We might as well make a chest and think about this. If I put a chest there, then I could put a chest diagonally going up. I mean, I could label on the side, or maybe we move the chest back and we build it there, like we do, like, some kind of beams going up. That's what I'm more thinking. Like, if you can imagine what I'm doing here, I'm gonna put a chest here. I'll put another chest like this. Let me make one. We'll put another chest like this, or, you know, not sticking out, but we'll stack the chests maybe, and then we could make some kind of artificial railing, and then I can label on the side of the chest instead of on top of them. That would be probably a lot better in terms of, like, using my space wisely. So if that's going to be my plan of action, what I should do is figure out the roof. So I said that this block right here is going to be the floor, or should I raise it? I think one right here, because we want a ledge. I can always, like, dig this out so we can see, which is, we might want it like that anyway, so we can kind of see out. I'm going to probably do a path connecting, you know, so I can walk right up onto the top story of the boat. But yeah, so this is where the floor is going to go. So we'll work on the underside of this. And what I'm thinking for sure is we're going to do some beams. We really want a wooden look in this boat, or in this whole build, or whatever. So we're going to do beams. And then I think what we could do is come in here after and do the slabs like that. So we get none of the ceiling, you know, showing whatever we do on the top, which might be different. Alrighty, so between this cut and last, quite a fair amount of work done. So I did exactly what I was saying on the ceiling. I think it worked really well. I love this, like, small compacted nature of this build, you guys. Like, usually I like it a little more open, but I love this. Like, it's just, it's pulling together very nicely. I didn't do the front yet. Not too sure. about what's going to happen up here, but the chests, you guys. My gosh, is this going to be a very different and difficult build, because I started putting the chests in how I had talked about, like, you know, with dividers and stuff, and it's just not efficient. We're not going to get enough chests in there. So I started doing this, and this is what I'm thinking. And then maybe one more row of chests, you know, just kind of stack it to the ceiling. I was thinking maybe, you know, tucked back like that, but to me that might look kind of weird. Like, don't you think it might, like, look weird with this random offset of backwards? I don't know. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Like, does that look weird to you, or is that just me being kind of overly critical? But either way, this is what I'm thinking, and I guess for the labeling, I'm not too proud of it, but this is what we're going to have to do. Imagining this trapdoor is a sign, we're going to have to put them right on the chests, which may make it harder to open, like, the chest, you know? Like, it might be more difficult, but it's what we got to do, because creating barriers is not going to be efficient. This is very efficient. We have what? Instead of, you know, like chests with dividers like I want to do, right here is 9 chests, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 right there, plus 6 more if we do along the top, which I probably will. So we're going to have to do something like this with the chests instead. I'm not too excited about it, but I guess I should maybe... I guess I'll try and put a little bit more chests in today before we end the episode, just to kind of get more of an idea. I'm thinking we're going to pretty much keep the shape of the boat and just wind them back, and then maybe put the special stuff on the back wall. That would be kind of nice. But this is what we're going to do. I don't know how it's going to work in the front of the ship, though. That's why I'm trying to keep this empty and not finished yet, because this is probably going to be different than all of this, if that makes sense. As I'm making this final chest here, I'll show you guys what I have. This will probably be our last update of the day. We've got a fair amount of stuff done, but here is the chests. This might be all I need, honestly, because look at all of this. This is quite the amount. I don't know if I'll even need the top row, and if I do the top row, this is definitely all that I need here, because this is a lot. And then I'm thinking all of our valuables go back here, and oh, it's nighttime. That's wonderful. Oh yeah, look at this. The boat is now a tree farm. In all seriousness, this is what's going on. This is an insane amount of chests for now. Okay, so I will expand the chests on this side to match this, but then beyond that, not a bad start at all. And I like what's going on with this build so far, but I think that's all we're going to do today, you guys. So off camera, I'm going to continue work on that slime farm like I had talked about at the beginning of the episode. Maybe I'll cave it this time. Maybe I'll cave off camera. I don't know. But either way, this is coming together really well. I love this base. First time I have done this too. This axe is about to break. Anyways, let me know if you enjoyed this video down in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.